Once a month, Fanatics Collect has its premier monthly auction, and this month was deep. Let's just put it that way. This was deeper than the Oklahoma City Thunder's roster. 93 basketball cards, including a magnificent battle at the top between two of the most collected players in the entire hobby, along with the hottest young player who may or may not be this year's NBA MVP. Wait until you see it. Right at $1 million in the top row here. It is going to be hot and heavy. We've got 93 cards to get through. I can't take very long, so don't shoot the messenger if I miss some details. That's where you guys come in. Use the comments section if there's anything you know about any of these sales or any of these cards that I don't have time to point out. Please let me know. Today is Perfect Storm Day, so I've actually got to do two auction recaps. I've got to do the Alt Weekly auction recap as well. So if you want to catch up on the Alt Weekly auction results from last night, April 24th, you're going to get two auction recap videos today, in this one and the Alt Weekly coming up right after this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and can click through to the next video and hit the subscribe button on the channel if you haven't done that yet. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana on this fine Friday morning with your Fanatics April Premier Auction Recap. We have 93 delicious, recently the word has been succulent cards to look at, and you guys are not going to believe the top of this auction, but there's so many stories to tell along the way that I just really can't wait to click the record button and get going with you guys. As you guys know, I do enjoy doing these, specifically these Fanatics monthly premiere auctions. I'm only looking up 17 of the 93. There's just not enough time in the day, and I've got to get another video out before I head out of town for young JoJo's soccer tournament over in Gulfport, Mississippi. So I'm hitting the road today after I get these videos out and knock out a little bit of work here. Guys, I am only going to look up for the first, I got to look up every card on the top row. So the top three cards, I'm looking them up. But leading up to that, I am only looking up cards that broke all-time records. So I'm about to share 17 card ladder displays of statistics and graphs. And the first 15, all of them are all-time records. Now, that does not mean those are the only all-time records. I could not look up all 93 cards. I'd be here all day. So it's quite possible that I could look up a card that broke a record. The next three cards you see and that we talk about are all-time records, and I don't know it because I didn't have a chance to go look it up. If you guys know something in particular about one of these cards that broke a record, or you're one of the buyers or sellers of one of these cards, do us all a favor, put it in the comments. That's how we all learn together, and then we all sort of get a grasp and get our fingers on the pulse of what's going on in the hobby. Hopefully these videos help you guys a little bit on some of these monster whale cards. All right, let's get started with the WNBA card. Paige, I think it's pronounced Beckers. I don't know. Paige Beckers, girl from Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. Like doggone near every good basketball player that comes out of college, not named Caitlin Clark, seems to be from Connecticut. 2023 Bowman, whatever, 4,440. Karl Anthony Towns logo man, 5820. LeBron James, let me see if I can increase. Yeah, there we go. These there's a couple of LeBron James Prism Black insert one-of-ones that I talked about in the auction preview that I did a few weeks ago. This is the representatives, and it's a 9.5 mixed gem. It does $6,750. That seems cheap to me. We've got a triple autograph, head of the class. It is Nowitzki, it is Carter, and it is his draft day trade partner and college teammate from the University of North Carolina Tar Heels, Antoine Jamison, who was a great player in his own right. Just not quite on the level of Dirk Nowitzki and Vince Carter, of course. But that one-of-one triple logo man, 9.5, sold for only $8,700. That doesn't seem like enough money to me, but it is Flair. It's not exquisite, and so I'm sure that makes a difference. One of the hottest young players in basketball, not named Shai, is 2021 Contenders Gold Shimmer Cade Cunningham. This is his rookie auto, and it is a one-of-one, and it is a PSA 9, 10 for the autograph, $8,700. An Exquisite Collection Extra Patch, serial number to 15. MJ does $8,700. in an 8.5 grade. Like I said, some of these cards may be breaking all-time records. I have no idea. I just can't look up every one of these cards, especially not when we're in the 80s and the 90s. There's too much to talk about, too much to get to. I got to keep this video around 45 minutes. So we got a 1998 Ultra Platinum Medallion, serial number to only 66. I have no idea where they got that number. Dirk Nowitzki, boy band hair, right down the middle. Literally parted right down the middle like some butt cheeks. Looks like a pumpkin. Somebody sat a golden pumpkin on his head. 2028 Ultra Platinum Medallion, Dirk Nowitzki, serial number 66. Nobody can look at this. Honest to God, tell me, there's no way you could look at the picture right here of this human being and tell me this is going to be one of the greatest power forwards that has ever played the sport of basketball. I mean, you look at the picture. I'm getting this big on the screen. There's no way. Maybe he could sell 1 million albums and get one of those platinums, but there's no way. Speaking of platinum, but there he is in his blazer with his black t-shirt, black v-neck underneath with that beautiful hair and great hoop earring. 8,850, 31 bids. Shout out to the great Reggie Miller. That doesn't seem like enough to me, guys. 8,850 for that card when you can get a Paige Beckers for almost the same price. Doesn't make any sense. 2011 Retro PMG LeBron, 8,850. 1997 SP Authentic Profiles 3, Michael Jordan, serial numbered to 100. This is a big Michael Jordan card, a Tier 2 hierarchy Michael Jordan card, and it came back. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, this card came back a little bit on the radar. It was not an all-time record by any stretch. We got a 2006 Exquisite serial number to 5 patch auto for LeBron James that did 10,650. A Superstar Spectra black 1/1 patch autograph. Steph Curry, great looking card right there. 10,950. And then the first card we're going to look up, which means what? It is an all-time record, which means I'm ringing the bell, is the 1997 Upper Deck Diamond Dimensions Michael Jordan serial number 2. Drinking coffee instead of energy drinks now. If you're proud of me for making that change, put it in the comments. 1997 Upper Deck Diamond Dimensions does $11,100 in a BGS 9. There's your card right there in all its glory and splendor. Again, these cards have perforations running horizontally on them because they were meant to be folded and stood up. Please don't, if you pull one of these recently, please don't fold it and stand it up like a little puppet, a little Jordan puppet. Just leave the card, send it to PSA, and get it graded. But BGS is doing things today because this BGS 9 destroys the all-time record, which was 7,516 set right out a year ago. 11,100 is the new mark. Again, there's 100 of them. 55 have been graded. There's 17 gems, and so your next best in class is probably your BGS 9, your PSA 9. So all-time record number 1, Michael Jordan Diamond Dimensions, dual patch autograph. Loved watching this team play basketball. 2005 Exquisite Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson, dual logo patch auto. 11,550 LeBron James, Ultimate Commitment, serial number to 10, patch autograph. 11,550. And then more Dirk, more boy band. This is Dirk Nowitzki, looking a little bit more like a basketball player in this picture. After all, he was 7'1". And I think he didn't want to be known as a 7-footer. 35 bids. Shout out to Kevin Durant. But he was probably 7'1". I think he and Kevin Garnett never liked to be called 7-footers, but they were both clearly 7 feet tall, so they just lied and said they were 6'11", I think. But this is serial number 23, and this Dirk does 11,700. So that's interesting that the 98 Essential Credentials Dirk 23 is, well, I guess that makes sense. But the PSA 10 Premium, I thought would do something. Special Forces foil variation on the PSA label. This is a Pop 7 in the foil variation. Remember, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go consult the great playlist of hierarchy videos where I bring on Northeast Sports Cards, the great Josh Dawson, who shows the difference between the foil and the non-foil of this particular Special Forces card. There's your card right there. This is a PSA 10, 20 bids, $12,000 last night. I told you we're not looking it up unless it's breaking an all-time record. And when you got a Jordan hierarchy card in PSA 10 with a very low pop, you're going to break a record. Now, don't look at this pop report because it's all jacked up, right? It's a little fangled up. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. This pop report is messed up, to quote the great Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop. This card is a Pop 7 in the foil variation. I don't know if they're a combined pop report on PSA. You guys got to go do that research yourself. But let's look at the chart. No Special Forces has ever sold for more than $12,230. And just to make sure, let's type in Jordan Special Forces and just see what happens. 12,950 is what pulls up right there, but we know this one last night sold for 12,000. So let's see what's up. Maybe that's not a record. It's members only. Okay, I knew that wasn't crazy. So that was a members only. So 12,600. So maybe I just made a mistake. Maybe 12,000 is not the record, but we got some card ladder issues here on their chart. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. You guys are going to have to look at that. Nevertheless, the card did very well as expected. 61, Classic 61, Jordan. This is a Tier 2 hierarchy card as well. 12,300 for this BGS 9. Like I said, it might be a record. I have no idea. I didn't look it up. It could be terrible. I don't know. I can't look them all up. 2008 Exquisite Collected Scripted Swatches LeBron James does 12,300 as well. Honor Roll Patch Auto LeBron Rookie Gold, serial number to only 25, 8.5, 9 for the auto, does 12.6. Here's that other Prism Insert Black 1 of 1. Apparently the Brilliance is much more highly sought after than the Representatives because it did significantly more. 12,900. The gold parallel of the National Treasures, Donovan Mitchell, got a huge win last night against what is becoming my new pet team, my side piece, the Detroit Pistons. I love Cade Cunningham. I love watching Cade Cunningham play. His demeanor is docile. He's calm. He comes at you like a harmless little bunny, and then he just destroys you and bites your face off and wears your face skin as a mask. He's a killer. He's cold-blooded. Again, on the basketball court only, I'm talking about. Serial number to 10, gold Donovan Mitchell National Treasures. Anyway, I was getting at the Knicks beat the Pistons last night at Detroit, which probably, Detroit's got to get the next one, obviously, for them to have any chance in this series. We knew it was going to be a rock fight, and it's been nothing short of that. Really fun to watch. 13-2 for this Donovan Mitchell. I assure you that is not an all-time record. Kobe Bryant patch auto from Immaculate 2013 does 13.8. The aforementioned serial killer, he is now deemed a serial killer, Cade Cunningham, 9.9 National Treasures True RPA, but it's a 9.9, does $13,800. 81 Topps Larry Bird. I assure you again, this card did crazy stuff in the pandemic run. 14.1 is not an all-time high for that, but a miserable card to try to grade in PSA 10. The gem rate is paltry, I assure you. 9.5, we're back to the Donovan Mitchell train, but this is the Emerald parallel. So gold serial number to 10. We've got the Emerald serial number to only 5, and this BGS 9.5 True Quad Gem does 14.1. We've got a triple, the three lot 2002 Upper Deck Honor Roll engraved Kobe Bryant does 14.4. And then this is an all-time record, and I'm not going to look it up because I know it's an all-time record. This is the John McCarthy. No, not the communist McCarthy from back in the 50s and 60s. I think it was 60s and 70s maybe. Not the communists that were kind of like spies. This is John McCarthy. He actually played basketball for what were then the St. Louis Hawks. This Pop 3 PSA 10 from one of the first greatest vintage sets of all time did $15,000 last night. We've got a Michael Jordan Final Floor. This is 1 out of 23, so math nerds are going to need a napkin. PSA 8 for this one, Pop 2, only 5 higher in PSA than PSA 8. But serial number 1 means something to people for whatever reason. $15,000 for this one. 2005 SP Authentic Limited Warm-Ups Michael Jordan, serial number to 100. How many Michael Jordan warm-up cards are out there? I don't know. How many sneaker cards? I don't know. There's a lot of patch and jersey cards. Not many from the playing years, of course, but there are very few warm-up and shoe cards as far as I know. Maybe somebody can help us out in the comments on just how rare these are. This is a Pop 14, none graded higher. It's a 9.5 min gem. It does $15,000. And like I said, these cards may be all-time records. They also may be terrible sales. I don't know. I can't look them all up. I truly wish I had all day to do this, but I cannot. This is definitely not a record. This was actually a disturbingly low sale, believe it or not. The 96 Ultra Platinum Medallion Pop 6 PSA 10, the P280, the Step It Up subset card, not an insert, but a subset card, does only $15,300. This card has eclipsed $20,000 relatively recently, so that one's way down. This, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, is got to be I don't even know, but it's got to be a record because I've never even seen this card, but look how happy Jordan is. Rarely do you get him that happy. He must have just won at the blackjack table. 1998 Upper Deck Chevy Blazer, smiling. Yes, he is smiling. It's only a Pop 1. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it sells for $15,600. Congrats to the winner of that. You've got the greatest Chevy Blazer, Michael Jordan smiling card in the world. 2018 Contenders Optic Gold, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, BGS 9 does 15.6. Kevin Durant, Exquisite Limited Logos. Where is his career gone? Good Lord, he's going to end up on another team again. Serial number to 50, BGS 8.5 does 16,200. Logo Man, Shaq's Sons. That's when he was the Shaqtus, playing for the Phoenix Suns. 1 of 1 does 18.3. We're going to look this up, which means what? This is another Kobe Bryant card that has now eclipsed that run post his passing, post-pandemic, post-Last Dance, post-Hobby Boom. We're breaking records with certain Kobe cards. The 96 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row 0. BGS 8.5 did $18,600 last night. Guys, that is the Pop 24, by the way. No coincidence. That is the highest price ever paid for this card. That is by far the highest price ever paid for this card. Prior to that, it was $16,800. This one jumps all the way to $18,600. So congrats to the seller. Congrats to the buyer. 9 Black Refractor LeBron. Those are serial number to 500. Does 18,900. Again, I assure you that is not a record. And then this is, I'm not going to take too much time. I am an affiliate partner with Fanatics Collect. They pay me to do these videos. But when I see a card that doesn't make any sense or that I just don't particularly care for, sometimes I interject my opinion, and I will do it here. People always accuse me of pumping and dumping Jordan cards. Well, I'm dumping on this one. This is a BGS 10 Duncan Go Nuts, which, believe it or not, one of the easiest Jordan inserts to grade. First of all, amazing Jordan hierarchy insert in tier 2 of the hierarchy. I think tier 2, maybe tier 3, because there's a few of them out there. 588 have been graded, but look how many BGS 10s have been graded. 2 black labels, 29 BGS 10s. That's a lot by most standards. 64 PSA 10s, 132 9.5. So you're looking at over 200 gem copies of this card. It's not that rare. Now, BGS 10 does take you to Rarefied Air, an elite company. I mean, the combined gem rate is almost 40%. So you got a 2 out of 5 chance of grading a gem if you send it to PSA or BGS. But this is no ordinary 10. So this is what the 10 looks like on Card Ladder. I don't like this picture. Why? Because I like the picture taken with a sheet of white paper behind it. This make it look like the card's black. It's not. It's clear. It's translucent, right? It just depends on the background. It's going to take on the color of its background. This is the card that sold last night, and I am sorry. I don't know what color y'all's urine is, but this looks really close to my urine color, and I don't care for it. There is no way I would have bid on this card at all. I would not even have bid on it, and I'm losing a friend. Whoever bought it, maybe you're new to the hobby, or maybe you're just buying the grade, or I don't know what's going on, but there is no way I would have even bid on this card, let alone shatter the all-time record for a BGS 9 by a disturbing margin for a BGS 10, I'm sorry. So as recently as 8 months ago, 9 months ago, this was a $10,000 card. It jumped to an inorganic 15.5, and then this urine parallel last night, let's call it the Wiz parallel, okay? I don't want to use bad words. Let's call it the Wizinator. Let's call this the Jordan BGS 10 Wizinator. Sold for $19,200. No way. That's just not possible. You guys look that up in the comments. Maybe it's just a naive new person in the hobby that owns Dick's Sporting Goods who doesn't know what they're doing and they just bought another one. I don't know what's going on. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I know what a clean Duncan Go Nuts card looks like, and it doesn't look like that. And again, if your allegation is that the picture was taken with a piece of yellow construction paper behind it, well, maybe. 1960. Let me spit these words out. 1969. Lou Alcindor. Did you know that Lou Alcindor was not his real name before he changed to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I did not know that. I'm actually doing some research for an incredible video series that I am going to release in the very near future. You guys are going to eat it up. It's only about basketball. It's not about basketball cards. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and it's an incredible deep dive into the data of some of the greatest players that ever played. Obviously, Lou Alcindor is one of those, but I ran across this little tidbit. His name was not Lou Alcindor. It was Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr. So Ferdinand was his actual name. Isn't it strange that the greatest center of all time almost had the name Ferdinand Alcindor? That's hard to say. It takes forever. 19.8 for that PSA 8. Kobe Bryant patch auto, Colossal does 19.8. Bowman Chrome Refractor, LeBron PSA 10. Serial number to 300 rookie card here, wearing the white aerobics Reebok shoes that Pat Benatar used to wear. And Diane Cannon. 20,400 for that card. I assure you that card has done a much bigger number than that in the past. And then let's do it again. Let's run it back. Let's do another early year Prism Black 1 of 1 BGS 9.5 LeBron James. And God, he was yoked in this picture. Look at his left arm. So jealous. I got to go straight to the gym after these videos. $20,700. I don't know if that's an all-time record. I don't know if any of these Prism Black 1 of 1s have even come to market. I just can't look them all up, guys, so do it yourself. 86 Fleer PSA 9 Michael Jordan does 21,000. That is a good sale. Part of the reason, probably, the Fanatics Collect free eye appeal sticker that puts it in the top 30%. Based on eye appeal on the front, so good sale there for 21,000. We're getting to the end. All right, here we are. We're getting to the first page now. Michael Jordan Legacy Collection 1996 PSA 9. I am pretty sure that $21,900 is an all-time record, and there it is, $21,900. It jumps the old record that was set just a few months ago on Alt, which was $17,004. This would have been a great investment to get into legacy collections back in 2022. As you can see, more than doubled in price since then. We've got a Chet Holmgren. Chet cards have been coming down, right? Well, not so fast, my friend. They have gotten a bye in the first round because the Grizzlies is their opponent. And this is a 10-10, which makes it a pop 3. Not just a 10, it's a 10-10. 10 for the autograph as well. Succulent patch, to say the least, for lack of a better word. Not really for lack of a better word. I just choose that word. It's a succulent patch. Chet Holmgren's Cavs. Again, he needs to get in the gym for sure. He needs to eat a whole bunch of stuff too. But this pop 3 did 22,200. Guys, we got a new Chet Holmgren record. 22,200 is the highest price ever paid for this Chet Holmgren PSA 10-10. So congrats to Chet and his fan club. 2017, Jason Tatum, BGS 9.5 National Treasures, does 22,800. I'm not going to show you the chart on that because it would frighten the hell out of you to see how much that card has sold for in the past. I assure you it's more than $80,000. So I like that pickup last night of 22,800. Of course, he's got some injury concerns right now. Celtics still seem to be fine in the first round. They're letting Tatum rest. He'll probably rest game 3 as well. Let's see what happens there. And let's move on to page 1, and let's keep this party going. Another exquisite patch auto, Kevin Durant, RPA 99, BGS 9 does 24. LeBron's Essential Credentials Now 9 does 24. And how about this? An all-time high broken. We've seen Shaq cards, especially the rare stuff, the credentials, the rubies, the PMGs, doing inordinate numbers, great numbers, just in time for Cajun Cardboard to have liquidated his entire high-end Shaq collection, right, a year and a half ago. Duh, I could have just held on to that, doubled my money, but I do dumb stuff all the time. 98 Skybox Premium Star Rubies Shaq, serial number to only 50. This BGS 9 did 24.3. That is by far the all-time record, shattering the just before Christmas Fanatics sale where the card sold for, well, that's not even the same card. We got to go way back here. 13,200 was the highest before, and that was 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. Moving along, Jordan buyback auto. Again, I'm no expert on these, but there's a few buyback auto options out there for Michael Jordan cards. This one looks absolutely amazing. Hand serial numbered 16 out of 16, 25.2. Another PSA 9. This one, so we saw the 30% IPL do 21. This is a huge number for a PSA 9 in recent, but based on recent comps. I bet you this is one of the highest, if not the highest sale in probably the past year for a 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan PSA 9. Again, not an all-time record because we know where this card's been in this grade. $25,800 for that MJ card. A BGS 9 Giannis True RPA from National Treasures, serial number to 99, does 26.7. He's got to get out of there, man. He's signed through 2028. They got to trade him. They got to hit the reset button and give my man a chance at a title. He will never, ever, 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 ever have a chance at another title in Milwaukee. They're just too hamstrung cap-wise, and there's too many fossils on that team. Thrill Seekers, Michael Jordan, old PSA label, PSA 10, 28.2. Holy mother of mercy, that is a monstrous number, and guess what? It's an all-time record. This card is on a mission. Over the last 6 years, this card has not looked back. This was a $2,500 card in 2018. Some of you guys have been around for the last 7 years collecting, right? When YouTube content on basketball cards and prices were in its infancy stages. I remember 2,500, well, how about $28,200. Even over the last 2 years, the card's up 36%. 3 consecutive sales over 20,000, and the damn thing's pushing 30,000. It looks like it is a Pop 18. It's been graded 294 times. The PSA gem rate is 12.86%. Remember, that is the perfect mixture, the perfect recipe for an all-time record is a Jordan card, a hierarchy card, a low pop, a low gem rate, and a PSA 10. And if all those things are check, 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 you're going to get a really good result. And it's not always a record, as we've seen, but that's the recipe for cards right now doing very well. 9.5 dual auto LeBron and Jordan from 2005, SP Authentic, sign of the times. This is a BGS 9.510, 28,500. A Jordan 2009 Exquisite patch, serial numbered to 50 patch auto, does 28.8 in a BGS 9. Kobe Bryant, right? We saw the Shaq Rubies break an all-time record. Surely Kobe Bryant, PSA 7, 1999 Star Rubies is not going to break an all-time record. Well, you're wrong. It is. $29,700. That is a used 3 Series BMW right there, by far the record, not even close. The old record was back in 2022 on Golden when it sold for $21,600, and this one's selling for a much, much, much larger number than that. Another Kobe 2003 Exquisite Collection Patch Auto does $30,000 as well. Nikola Jokic Panini Limited Platinum Spotlight. This is a one-of-one Jokic patch autograph rookie card. I don't know the answer to this. I am posing this question. Maybe one of the Jokic collectors out there can help us. Maybe shout out to Chris McGill, one of the biggest and baddest Jokic collectors in the world. Tell us how many Nikola Jokic 2015, I know there's a few one-of-ones. How many RPA one-of-ones are there? There can't be too many, and this is one of them, and that is why it went off for $30,600 last night with 21 bids. Shout out to the great Kevin Garnett, 21 bids on that card last night, and I screwed this up. I always do that. I got a right click and I left click. God, we got a lot to look at, guys. A lot to look at. We're still going, and we're already at the 25-minute mark. I got an easy another 25 minutes to go because there's too many big things. One-of-one super signatures, Kobe, 31-2, gold vinyl, John Morant, who is on his last leg, and clearly he is not the answer. When Scottie Pippen takes 8 more shots than you in a must-win playoff game on your home floor, you're not the guy that everybody thought you were. No offense, but if his on the court isn't great and his off the court is disturbing, that is not going to end well for John Morant investors and collectors, unfortunately. That being said, one of the most electric, exciting, athletic people I've ever seen play the sport of basketball. But apparently he is very disinterested right now because Scottie Pippen outplayed him. Scottie Pippen Jr., that is, outplayed him last night by quite some measure on his own court in Game 3 in a must-win situation. Not good. 2019 Contenders Optic Gold Vinyl does 32.7. Well, we know what's going to happen here. Rare Kobe Bryant, BGS 9.5, serial number to 17. It's a retro essential credentials, and it does $33,000. Yikes, that is a monstrous number. Where are we? Here we are. There it is. All-time record? Yes, I would say so. Up over $4,200 from the last sale on Fanatics Premier as well, way back in 2021. So remember how we talk about Kobe's never going to get back to 2021 price as well. On some of his stuff, he is. On his refractor, no. On his Topps rookie, no. On his regular base rookie cards, no. It's not going to happen because that was an uneducated growth in price on all of those cards by, people that were new to the hobby, brand new, came in, didn't know much about it, and they found the most in demand, most obtainable Kobe Bryant rookies and just started buying, and then that inorganic rush of demand post Kobe's passing away led to a growth of some high population cards. This is not a high population card. This is a card that's serial numbered to only 17, and good Lord, is it a mesmerizing card to look at. BGS 9.5 is a pop 5. It is 100% gem rate, so it's got that going for it. Moving along, we've got a Giannis, another one, National Treasures. This is a serial number 99, PSA 9, no grade for the auto, 35,100. What about a white sparkle? Jokic. How rare are white sparkles? Well, this is a PSA 9, and there are no 10s. And this is a pop 5, so there can't be too many of these little rascals floating around out there. Let's pull it up. There it is. If I pull it up, what does that mean? All-time record. I have not rang the bell, so let me ring the bell that many times to catch up. This is a PSA 9 Nikola Jokic white sparkle, pop 5, as we said. The old record was a BGS 10. And so in 2023, the BGS 10, I say the because I'm assuming that's going to be a pop 1. Let's look. The BGS 10 is a pop 1. The pop 1 BGS 10 white sparkle in 2023 sold for 30. A pop 5 PSA 9 sells last night for $35,400 on Fanatics Collect monthly premiere. More John Morant. He's shooting his shot. No pun intended. Well, pun intended. Serial number to 10. That's not good. $37,200 is a lot of money. I don't know who could possibly be pouring this money into John Morant right now, given all of the circumstances surrounding him and his game. 1997 Metal Universe Championship. Iverson. Quite possibly this is a rookie. In fact, I'm just going to go on a limb and assume this is a rookie. I didn't get a chance to look it up, but somebody tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm guessing this is certainly going to be an all-time record. Did I say rookie? I meant record. I know his rookie is not in 1997. I'm sorry about that. I meant to say record, not rookie. This is probably a record. Serial number to 50, PSA 8.5, Pop 2, 37.2. This card actually did well. We're not going to look it up because it didn't break an all-time record, but the 1984 Star Jordan number 101. PSA 7, it's got an eye appeal sticker, which does help. This, what's the word? Stop the bleeding on a card that has gone down pretty significantly over the last 6 to 7 months since it was, since it peaked back in the fall of 2024. This was a great result and a nice bounce back. We'll see if it was the sticker or if it's just time, you know, for the Jordan Star stuff to start running, because the PSA 986 Fleer is running. The PSA, I say running, it's going up and to the right? Steadily. The PSA 8, steadily. PSA 7, steadily. All these are 86 Fleer cards, which are much higher population than the significantly lower population Star cards. Wait until you see the PSA 10 Michael Jordan 86 Fleer that sold at the top of this video, at or near the top of this video. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that. It's probably going to make your jaw drop, and it's going to remind you of better days in the hobby. 2017 Tatum Optic Gold Vinyl. We've talked about this in every video. Tatum cards are getting absolutely murdered. Well, guess what? Not this one. This Tatum card broke an all-time record. This Tatum card, bad wrist and all, sold for $40,800. There's only one of them, so the same exact card sold on Golden in 2024, a little less than a year ago for $26,800. $40,008 last night. That is a freaking huge number for that card right there. Again, it is a rookie and it's a gold vinyl 101. BGS 9 Shai with a 10 for the autograph does $40,800. Do I look that up? I guess this is a 9.5. Why did I look up a 9.5? Wasn't this a 9? Yeah, it's a 9. Where am I? I don't know. Is a 9 going to be a rookie? BGS 9 auto 10. No, this card's coming down. Okay, so we're not going to look at that one. That card's coming way down. Way down. That card, wait, that's not right. What is wrong? What am I looking? Oh, it's because it's serial number 20. Different card. Okay, I was about to say, I'm just, sorry, I'm going too fast, and I'm from Louisiana, so forgive me, right? This is the 2018 Shai National Treasures serial number to 20 parallel, limited edition. A bunch of different parallels, gold, emerald, 99. Apparently there's this limited thing, number to 20. $40,800, Steph Curry refractor, but it's not an ordinary refractor. Look at this thing. It's got a little gold Sharpie autograph right there. That's pretty cool. 69 sexy bids on this card, which sold for $42,000. God, we're getting up to some big ass numbers. Nikola Jokic, 2015 NT. There is no RPA, so it's just an A, right? His autograph was all he had in National Treasures, and this is serial number to 99. It sold for $42,000 as a PSA 10. Moving along. Let's keep going. Incredible Hulk sells for $43,200. Anthony Edwards, PSA 910 True RPA sells for $44,400. Luka Doncic, 2018 Gold Patch Auto, serial number to 10, PSA 10, Pop 1. Pop 1. Who you got in this series? This is it right here. It's Doncic versus Anthony Edwards with Austin Reeves and LeBron sort of chipping in. $46,800. So Doncic outduels Anthony Edwards there. Will he outduel him on the court? 2 Michael Jordan Exquisite Collection cards in a row. A 2004 patch auto and a 2003 patch auto. Both serial numbered to 100. 46.8 and 52.8 for those 2 cards right there. And then a Michael Jordan 2006 Exquisite Collection Scripted Swatches patch auto. PSA 10, serial number to 25. 1. Pop 1 here, guys. There's 150 grand worth of early 2000s Michael Jordan patch auto cards that are not too shabby, right? Look at that row right there. 3 pretty damn good looking MJ patch auto cards. Another Michael Jordan, this is his Upper Deck game jerseys, but it looks like it's like in-person autographed. I think somebody mentioned maybe at the flight school or whatever, but it was autographed. It's BGS, I don't even know what it is, 58.8 for whatever that is here. Y'all can look at the card right there. It's a great looking card. I don't know much about the on-card, in-person stuff, but that's what that is. We've got a Jason Tatum 1010. That sells for $66,000. That is a Pop 3 card, so people still think Tatum's better than Chet Holmgren. We'll see. BGS 9 LeBron James, second year Exquisite Collection, limited logos, serial number to 50, does $72,000. Triple auto, Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan. That's it. There's your 3, right? If you're collecting a triple autograph, unless you're going to go Bird, Magic, Dr. J, or, Wilt, Kareem, Bill Russell, or maybe, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. If you're just saying, give me the 3 best. Give me the 3 best that sort of fit together like a glove. This is it. 2007, SP Authentic, Sign of the Times, serial number to 10. Pop 3 graded higher, $72,000 for that card right there. Let's get a little bit closer look at it. You guys have to tell me if that's a sticker auto. I don't think it is. If it was, I don't think it would sell for $72,000. But I am guessing, and my eyes are old. Jordan Kobe autograph, that looks on card as well from 2008. Exquisite Enshrinements, serial numbered to 25, BGS 9, also $72,000. Basically, they're saying LeBron's autograph is worthless, right? Because if it's Jordan Kobe, I'm just kidding. Dual auto sells for the same as the triple auto is a joke I was making, but obviously I would take the triple auto card. Although Exquisite, I don't know, that's tough. That's why they sold for the same. That's why a dual Exquisite sells for the same as a triple SP Authentic, because Exquisite is exquisite, and exquisite really means something. BGS 9.5, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, serial number to 99, true RPA. Sells for $84,000. I don't think this was a record because I didn't look it up, but let's double check. No, it is a record. It tied the all-time record last night. 84,000 ties the all-time record. So for that card, again, so Shai Gilgeous-Alexander still doing his thing. Up 3-0 in their bye series where they got a bye in the first round of the NBA playoffs. 2018 Flawless Patch Auto, Luka Doncic. This is serial number to 25 because it is some kind of parallel thingy. Pop 1, $87,000 for that Luka. And then an actual Michael Jordan, pack, I think it's a pack pulled autograph, serial numbered to 23, patch auto from 1999 Upper Deck. This is a Pop 9, none higher. $87,000. This is just so incredible to look at for me. It's just incredible. And you can always read about these cards. The cards were seeded 1 in 2,500 packs, but that's for each player. That's just to pull any of them. This is just a big number with humongous pack odds. Again, remember, you can always watch videos of these cards. They got rid of the creepy dude in the bunny suit with the white furry gloves, and now they just swivel it on a little Fanatics thing here, which is probably more efficient and won't keep you up at night and won't frighten your children if they happen to be walking through the room. But remember, every one of these cards comes with a video just like this. If you want to know everything about it, look, old BGS label so you can see those subgrades on the back. It's one of the beautiful features that comes when you purchase a card on the Fanatics Premier auction. And if you're like me and you've purchased cards And by the way, if you're ever going to sell on the Fanatics website platforms, Premier, Weekly, or buy it now, consider using the promo code Cajun. That's one way, other than hitting the subscribe and the like button, you can support my channel. I'm not asking for money. Use the Cajun promo code. Fanatics will pay me. And they'll know that Big Mouth Bryan, a Cajun Cardboard down here in Louisiana, sent you. It's the promo code is Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. So anytime you submit to Fanatics to sell, if you want to break records and ring bells, use the promo code Cajun. But anytime you buy a card and you have a Fanatics vault and the card goes straight from the Premier auction to your vault, you keep the video. And so I can go show you cards I've bought in the Premier auction. I've got videos of my cards, really high definition videos, as you saw. I think mine are way back, so they do have Bunny Suit Man. I'll try to pull one up one day. 2009 Steph Refractor serial number to 500. PSA 10 did 90,000. I think that card was like 7 million 5 years ago. Moving along. Dual, I always love these Upper Deck black autographs. I know they, and again, this is selling for almost 100 grand, $99,000 for serial number 15. But I don't feel like they get nearly the attention that they deserve. And it's funny for me to say that, considering this card just sold for $100,000 or 1,000 shy of it. But this black dual auto serial number to 15, really, golly, man, look at this. That is a gorgeous looking card. 43 bids. Shaq Exquisite Patch Auto. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Kobe. I don't know why I was saying Shaq. Kobe Patch Auto from 2008, Exquisite. This is card number 23 out of 24. Ooh, Jordan and Kobe jersey number. How about that? That's the pitch that you would make on this card, right? Pop 6, none higher. BGS 9 does 102,000. And again, this is what I mean when I say, you know, Upper Deck Black doesn't get quite the attention that Exquisite does, obviously, right? Or Ultimate Collection, even, for that matter, because this is Jordan and LeBron dual patch auto on card. This is just Kobe patch auto from 2008, so the same year. Both of them are okay grades, 8.5 and 9. That's what and what, red apples to green apples. And the Kobe by himself outsells Jordan and LeBron, right? And why? And it's because it's an Exquisite card. That's why, because people want the damn Exquisites, and I don't own any, and it makes me sad. All right, I digress. All right, here's a card that we have got to talk about because this is a massive number. Really hard pack odds. I think it's 1 in 28,800 or something like that. 1 in 57,600. I don't think that's right. But this Ultra Stars Gold Jordan BGS 10 with 48 bids sold for $105,000. I can't look up the BGS 10. You know why? Because it's a pop 1. So there's not going to be a great chart. But what I can look up for you guys, and there it is right there, is that the closest that any card ever came was in 2022 when a BGS 9.5 sold for 102. So this is an all-time record for the BGS 10 Ultra Stars Gold. And you can see the closest competitors were all BGS 9.5s because the card went crazy back in 2021 and 2022. A very, very difficult card. It is a hierarchy card. It is a tier 1 hierarchy card. It's just very hard to get your hands on. Let's look at the pop report for that matter. 100 have ever been graded. Who knows how many have crossed? The card actually grades well with BGS, not so well with PSA. My question is, what's the next PSA 10 going to sell for? What's the next BGS 9.5 going to sell for? And I do have a dog in this hunt. I do own a 9.5 quad gem. So I always try to be transparent. Again, I can't tell you every Jordan card I own because I own quite a few. But when I make a comment like that, I always want to tell people, I own a 9.5. I'm not selling it. I'm not looking to pump and dump it. But when a 10 sells for 105 and the BGS 9.5 has been selling for like 35, you wonder, those two things can't go together. One of them's wrong, right? Either the 9.5 is way too cheap or somebody just, wanted to slap it on the table and say, I'm the one with the BGS 10, right? And they paid a very large number for it. SGC 10 Magic Bird does 114. 2009 True RPA Steph BGS 910 does 126. And then another all-time record, the 2006, we saw the Kobe 2006 credentials break the all-time record. Michael Jordan does the exact same thing. I've got it pulled up right here. Great looking card. This is a very rare card. It is a BGS 9.5 Pop 1, and it is serial number 24. $162,000 was this sale. I think I recall one of my very best friends, who shall remain nameless in the hobby, sold this card for a huge number on a private sale. And I said, dude, take it. That's way too much money. That's crazy value. That's just get it and go buy some other Jordan stuff. And he sold it. And I think the gentleman that bought it from him put it in this auction and sold it for significantly more. So I am sitting here laughing. Luckily, my guy's, owns an island. That's how rich he is. Not an Epstein or Diddy island, just an island, just a rich person island. So he's not going to be too heartbroken, and I'm sure he's invested the money into other Michael Jordan stuff. But that is by far, I don't even know what to say about that. $162,000. That seems a bit aggressive for a retro card. In fact, that's probably the highest price. I don't know. That might be the highest price ever paid for any Jordan retro card that I can think of. 2018 National Treasures, True RPA, PSA 10, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Pop 1. What happens when you sell a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rare card? You break all-time records. What did this card do? Well, it broke the all-time record by 300%. So $180,000 is what? $136,800 more than the last highest sale back in 2022. All-time record, shattered. And then, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, and I alluded to, an old faithful coming back. This is a 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan with an NBA gold sticker. It's got a Fanatics Eye Appeal top 5% sticker, and it's a PSA 10. And I knew it was going to do a huge number because it came out of the gates at 200,000, and it had been there from the very jump. So we knew it was going to do more than your average 1986 Fleer 57 Michael Jordan. And this is around a pop 320, I think. It used to be 320, 325. What is the pop on this? 332 now, okay? Look at this all-time chart. The card last night sold for $348,000. There's been 40 sales in the past 2 years, and that is far and away. None have ever sold for $300,000. So this is $50,000 over the highest sale in the last 2 years of the last 40 sales. I won't go back and bring tears to everybody's eyes. We know that card's been over $800,000 in the past, but it looks like it may have hit its saturation point. And is starting a nice slow rise up into the right. Although jumping 50,000, this is not your typical, this is not a normal 86 Fleer. So I don't think the next normal 86 Fleer PSA 10 is going to sell for 320, right? It shouldn't. If it does, well, antennas should go up. That should be a red flag. Like, what's going on? This card was 215,000, 2 weeks ago. Then a PSA 10 exceptional copy sold for this, and now the normal ones are now 300. No. If it does, antennas. Let's do it right this time. Okay? Let's go up $1,000 a year or something super simple, right? Pop 332 now. And then this is kind of scary stuff. And again, I told you everything I shared up to this point on these last two cards has been an all-time record. But this is an SGC 9.5, 10 for the autograph. Remember, SGC does it backwards, card right, autograph left. Pop 1 does $444,000. I've pulled up just all of the Exquisite LeBron serial number 99 RPAs, right? All the LeBron true RPAs sorted by price. Someone is into an 8.5 copy, which, I guess you got to look at the patch and the auto and all that crap, but I would say this is an inferior copy to the card that sold last night. Someone's into this for $2.4 million. In fact, the card sold 52 times, and it has sold for $2 million 3 times. It has sold for $1 million or more, what is that, 10 or 12 times? And last night, this really, really good looking SGC copy sold for $444,000, and it is a Pop 1. The same exact card sold on prior occasion for $900,000. So this is less than half of what the card sold for in 2021. It's just the way it is. Kobe has made that ground up. I don't think that LeBron is moving in the same direction as Kobe. On the court, he is doing things that have never been done before, and he's number 2 on my all-time list. But I don't think his cards are emulating what Kobe Bryant's cards are doing. And again, part of the reason might be because he's still playing, right? And I'm guessing when Kobe was hurt and Kobe was shooting 34% from the field, and Kobe, tanked the Lakers and screwed the Lakers and set them back, 8 years because of his contract and, he was just a killer on their salary cap, right? And they were terrible for a few years there. When we saw Twilight Kobe, like we see with everybody, right? You know, I'm sure his cards weren't exactly exploding at that point either, but post-retirement, post-passing away, let it simmer, let people come back, let people watch YouTube videos of LeBron, let people appreciate it, right? You see so many YouTube videos of Jordan, Barkley, Kobe, you know, even Garnett, guys, you know, all these old school guys. We see all these old highlight videos. We don't see any videos like that of LeBron James. Why? Because he's still making highlights right now. That's why. So, you know, again, if he can dodge the bullets with the Diddy and the steroids and whatever else is out there and emerge from that unscathed, I truly believe there is going to be, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, people are going to look back very fondly on these cards. And I don't think that $900,000 sale will be the all-time high forever. In fact, I think, you know, maybe LeBron will get back to 2021 and 22 prices just like Kobe Bryant has. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the polarizing figure that LeBron James is and the current status of his cards. But again, it's like we're, you know, having a funeral here and somebody just got $500,000 for a basketball card, for God's sake. So let's please keep it in perspective. We're looking at just shy of $1 million, it looks like, on this first page. Maybe that's, yeah, just shy of $1 million. We've got, listen to the names on this list of our top 10 in recap. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So the two most collected players in the hobby. Kobe has an argument. Sure, let's go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, clearly the most popular, you know, ultra-modern prospect right now. I'm not counting Jokic and Giannis and those guys as ultra-modern, and I'm not counting them as prospects. But I would say Shai Gilgeous is still a prospect. He doesn't have a title or anything. I guess him and Doncic and Edwards are all in the same boat. But the hottest right now is Shai Gilgeous. Then we go Jordan, Curry, Bird Magic, Doc, Jordan, Kobe, Jordan and LeBron, and then Curry again. So Blue Bloods and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the top, guys. That's it. It's another one in the books. It's been a 50-minute video. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Again, there's ways to support the channel. If you're one of these whales with FU money and deep pockets and you're buying these cards that we looked at today, these millions and millions of dollars in the aggregate worth of cards, would you please consider using the affiliate link that is in my YouTube description? Just copy and paste it in there and go buy your Ultra Stars Gold for $100,000. You'll help support the Cajun Cardboard channel. If you're selling these whales or any cards, or even raw cards, if you want to submit 100 raw cards to Fanatics, CGC will come behind. They will authenticate those cards for $3. They'll put them straight into an auction. Get rid of the old, out with the old, in with the new, get some money in your account. You can have it wired to your bank account, or you can leave it in your Fanatics account and use it to bid on cards. If you're considering listing or selling any cards on Fanatics, I'm happy to answer questions. If you want to DM me on Instagram, I'm Cajun_Cardboard. But if you know how the deal works, and I've got videos showing you how to submit cards to sell on Fanatics Weekly, it doesn't get any easier. Even a Cajun can do it. Use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN, when you submit your cards. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I hope this gets your weekend off to a great start. This is just really fun to talk about. I wish I could have talked about all 93 cards. I just don't have time. Thank you guys for watching all the way until the end of the video. Don't forget, I've got an weekly auction video coming right after this, so look for that on your channel. It'll probably come out in a couple of, or about an hour after this one comes out. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.